Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. I am just out taking an early morning walk with the dogs, and as you can see, it's really sunny out today, so I've got my sunglasses on. But what a beautiful day. We're finally starting to get rid of all the snow on the road here, and most of the mud is gone. Last week we took a walk up here, and I had to give my dog Hunter a bath. It was so gross and so muddy, but it's an absolutely beautiful day. It's Sunday and it's Easter. If you're celebrating Easter, happy Easter. And I'm actually taking an opportunity to get outside and go for a walk before the goats and the chickens have come out yet. If I let the goats out, of course they'll be wanting to come with us, and that would be a little bit difficult bringing them up the road here. We have actually brought them up the road on a couple of occasions. We've put a leash on them and brought them along for a walk and stuff, and it's kind of fun. But for now, I'm just gonna go with the dogs. And my daughter is still sleeping. She's taking an opportunity to sleep in a little bit. She gets up during the week quite a bit and helps me out with the farm chores, so this is a break for her. So anyways, what a beautiful day. I guess I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk about the reason that we're starting this channel and what brought us here. I have actually been wanting to start a YouTube channel for goodness, at least I would say about 4 or 5 years, and I keep thinking about, if we're doing some sort of a little project or something, I wanted to include it on the channel or create a channel and include the project that we're working on. And I think what stopped us or stopped me is fear. And fear of what people will think, fear of, well, will people watch it? Is it going to be any good? Is it going to be interesting to anybody? And, you can't let fear get in the way of what you're trying to do in life, because before you know it, you turn around and you're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, and you've let fear stand in the way of something that you've been wanting to do. So you can't let that fear be what stops you. I'm gonna stop. There's a beautiful creek behind us that it actually runs up through our property and then up the road here where we're walking. But we've had an interesting, just to touch on that and what brought us here. I'm a single parent. I was married about 13 years ago. I got married and had my daughter shortly after, and things didn't work out the way that we expected them to. I ended up in a domestic violence situation, and I don't like to say I'm a victim of domestic violence, but I'm a survivor of domestic violence. And I think I was a strong person, but going through that situation made me even stronger. And I fought for my daughter, and I fought for the both of us, and we got out, and we're in a safe space now. And whatever challenges you go through in life just make you stronger. And it's part of what has also given me that fear, and I want to try this because of this. And here we are. I had to grab that fear by the horns in the last month or so and say, enough is enough. I can't let these things that have happened in life in the past hold me back anymore. We built, I guess I'll go back to that story a little bit. We ended up purchasing some property, and we purchased 5 acres, and there was nothing on it, and we were gonna do the whole off-grid thing, and and heck, we may go off-grid eventually. That may be something that we do, but while we were on that property and getting ready to get established, we were presented with an opportunity to get to the place that we're at now. And so we took the opportunity because, well, it's a lot bigger space that we're on, and we've got a house with hydro and with a well and with everything that we need. It has all the services, and eventually I would like to wire it for solar. I think that moving towards self-sufficiency, and especially with the way things are going in the world, this is going to be a big thing that people need to start looking at. Being able to have a piece of property or a place where you can be safe, a place where you can provide for your family. I mentioned it on one of my videos, we're going to be putting in a garden this year and building a greenhouse. And we're going to be doing a hoop greenhouse so that it's not going to be something that's there to look pretty, but rather something that's going to be super functional. And we hope to be able to heat it through the winter a little bit, or at least into the late fall. And we'll get more into that in a different video, but that's something that we definitely want to do. And you'll have to excuse me. I'm walking uphill, so I am a little out of breath while walking and talking. But anyways, yeah, we hope to become a lot more self-sufficient. And if you look at the way things are going in this world, I think everybody needs to make that transition to try and do the best that they can to put themselves in a space where they can be safe, where they can defend themselves and their property, and where, you know, if there's food shortages, are you prepared for that? Have you got a way to grow food? Have you got a way to raise food? If you're a meat eater. And so, you know, we've been striving towards that goal for the last 5 years, and we finally have gotten to that space. And it's not been easy, it's been a challenge, but we're here. And we're going to be moving towards those things. But last summer, I built well, I didn't build it entirely, as you probably remember from a previous video. A neighbor helped me build a chicken coop and a goat house. And it was a lot of work, and it turned out really well, but I would have loved to have filmed the process. I would have loved to have taken you through the whole construction of that. But, you know, unfortunately, at that space last summer, I let fear still control what I was doing. And I was worried about, you know, what will people think? And, you know, what if somebody says something about this? Will anybody watch it? It was all those things. And I don't know, recently someone encouraged me, and they said, you know, you just got to give it a try, because what's the worst that can happen? You try and you fail, but you know what? You miss out on 100% of the opportunities that you don't try. And, you know, I think these types of things, doing a vlog is a great way to look back in a year from now, in 5 years, in 10 years, and where did we start? Where did we end up? And I would like my daughter to be able to have something to look back on and see, you know, and just, I won't be here forever. And, you know, in 10, 20 years, I hope to still be here. But, you know, down the road with these videos, she can look back. I don't have any videos of my mom. I have hardly any pictures of my mom, and my mom passed away, goodness, some 20 years ago. And I miss her. And, you know, there's no way to open up a photo album and look at her and, you know, I just have to go by whatever memories I have of her. But there's no, there's no family pictures of us. There's no pictures of her. She was very camera shy. She didn't like to have pictures taken. And, you know, so now there's nothing to really share. There's nothing to share with my daughter of her. I think we have 2 pictures in total. And I'm glad that we have those, but what a great way to look back if you have A, photos, and of course, B, videos, you know. It's a great way to document, you know, the animals that we've had, or places that you lived, projects that you worked on together, and, you know, your kids growing up. For her, you know, just for me, watching her grow up and everything, it's so beautiful, and just seeing how she's changing and turning into a young lady. So I want to be able to look back and watch these. And at the moment, she's a little bit shy to be part of these videos, but you know, she does look like helping out and filming them. She loves watching them, and I think eventually she'll probably want to be part of them too. So I guess if there was something that I could say, I would encourage you that if you've been wanting to do something and fear has been holding you back, don't let fear hold you back anymore. Live your life today. Take that fear and toss it out, you know. Fear is a liar. Fear will tell you that you're not good enough. Fear will tell you that no one's gonna like what you're doing, or that you're just not capable of achieving something that you want to achieve. And so you've got to let that fear fall to the wayside and just take a chance. Just, you know, whatever it is, whatever goal, whatever thing that you're thinking of doing. If you're thinking about, maybe you're older and you're thinking about going back to school. I went back to school. I went back to school about 1.5 years ago, and I'm still finishing. I am working on my nutritionist designation, and you know, I let fear and that kind of thing control that decision for a long time. And well, maybe I'm too old, or you know, it's just too late to start something like that. But it isn't. It's never too late, you know. I'm hoping to still have 25, or I'm really hoping for 30 more years of life, and goodness, I can take that time and I can help people with nutrition and making their lives better. So I have an opportunity to give back to the world in that way too. So you've got to not let the fear drive you. You've got to get there and drive yourself, and just forget about it. If you're in a bad situation, get out. Life is too short. Life is too short for you to sit there in that situation. And you know, someone could say, oh, well, it's easy for you to say. It's not easy for me to say. I did it, and I will never look back. I'm happy. You know, my daughter's happy. We have a happy life. And had we have remained in our situation, it wouldn't have been like that, if I would be here today even. So, you know, you've just got to push forward and do whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Make today the day. Make today the day that you decide that whatever it is, if you're going to sign up for school, sign up for school. You know, just do it. And you look back and you keep thinking, well, 5 years ago I wanted to do that, but I didn't. And now it's 5 years later and I still haven't done it. Don't let things hold you back any longer. So I'll get a little bit of the dogs walking. They've recently just graded the road here, so yes, it's a dirt road, and to be honest with you, I prefer a dirt road. It means a lot of people aren't interested in driving up here and coming along and driving at speeds that we don't want to be seeing, so it's quite nice. It's quiet here. See the little, well, it's a ditch. But, you know, all the water's starting to move, all the snow's melting, and definitely spring. Dogs are enjoying a roll in the snow. It's just so quiet and peaceful. I bet I could walk on this road for, oh goodness, maybe 1.5 hours, 2 hours and not even see a car. It's lovely. We have a lake not too far from here that we're excited to get back to. It's right in this community, in this area, and it only takes about 10 minutes to get up there, 15 minutes I guess. And this year we're going to be getting kayaks. We have tried kayaks before, and my daughter absolutely loved kayaks, so we will be getting some kayaks and taking those. I'm sure we'll bring you along for that too.